components of the hydroelectric power plant. I go through that video. I already circulated the notes also. Okay, so in today's lecture we will discuss about the classification of hydroelectric power plant. Is it visible to all of you? Is the screen is visible to all of you? Okay, so today we are going to discuss the classification. Basically what happened, the hydroelectric power plants are classified based on the different categories. Say if I am going to classify the hydroelectric power plant based on the availability of the water, then the hydroelectric power plant may be runoff river power plant without pondage. Okay, so in which what happen, I am going to establish the hydroelectric power plant in the river. Okay, so I am going to divert certain flow of the river, and in which I am going to just uh, set up my hydroelectric power plant. There is no need to store the water in this case, but for this purpose the requirement is that the river should flow throughout the year. Okay, second classification, runoff river plants with pondage. In this case I will build a storage, okay, in which I am going to store the water over here. And the third one, which is most commonly used, is the reservoir plant, because in India most of the rivers will flow only during the monsoon or during certain reason. In particularly in Maharashtra, the river will flow only during the monsoon season. So most of the hydroelectric power plants which are observed in Maharashtra are reservoir plants, in which we are going to construct the dam, and then we are going to use that water for the generation of the electricity, and then we are going to distribute for the purpose of say irrigation, drinking purpose, and all these things. Now hydroelectric power plants are also categorized based on the head: low head plant, medium head plant, and high head plant. What is meant by head? Head is the distance between the ground level to the top level of the water. Okay, so based on that we are going to classify low head plant, medium head plant, and the high head plant. And then nature of the load, again we are going to classify the plant based on the nature, whether they are continuously working. If the my power plants are working 24 by 7 by 365, then these are called as the base load plant. If my power plants are working only for few hours per day, 4 to 10 hours, 4 to 5 hours or 6 hours per day, then these are called as the peak load plant. Okay, and these are my pump storage hydroelectric power plant. These are the special type of plants. They can provide the load, or they can provide the electricity during the peak hours, and during the off peak hours they are going to pump the water from lower reservoir to the higher reservoir. So basically pump storage plant can be used as a generator as well as a motor pump also. Okay, same generator can be used as a motor pump also. So during peak hour it will generate the electricity, and during off peak hours when the electricity is available, at that time that plant act as the pump, and it will just work as it will use the electricity to pump the water from lower tank to the upper tank. And when the peak load occurs, at that time it will generate the electricity. The water will come from the higher reservoir to the lower reservoir, generating the electricity. So this is basic the classification of the hydroelectric power plant based on the quantity of the water available, head of the water available, and nature of the load. So most commonly used power plants in Maharashtra are peak load plant. ओके, आपल्या महाराष्ट्रामध्ये जे काही पॉवर प्लांट्स आहेत ते जनरली आहेत पीक लोड प्लांट, कारण आपल्याकडे कंटिन्युटी ऑफ द वॉटर इज नॉट अवेलेबल ओव्हर देअर थ्रू आउट द इयर. सो मोस्ट ऑफ द पॉवर प्लांट्स आर पीक लोड as well as pump storage. Pump storage is there in the say Bhandardara, near Bhandardara. Now classification, when you are going to classify the power plants according to the water available, these power plants are, as just we have discussed, runoff river without pondage. So what is going to be happening in the runoff river without pondage? So in this type of hydroelectric power plant, the available water from the river or lake is not stored. Okay, we are not going to store the water, we are not going to store the water into the pond. Whenever the water is available from river or lake, it is directly used to run the water turbine. And as and when the water is available in the river, when the during monsoon or any season, when the river is flowing, at that time I am going to use that water for generating the electricity by using the water turbine. The capacity of such plant depends on the rate of flow of the water. So here my capacity of the energy generation, that how much energy I am going to generate, that totally depends on how much rate of flow of the water. Okay, if the rate of flow of water is more, the energy generation is more. If the rate of flow of the water is less, my energy generation is less. This type of plants can be normally used during rainy season only. Okay, if you are going to consider the Indian scenario, in Indian scenario you are going to use this type of plants during rainy season only. During summer or during winter it is not possible for us to generate the electricity because our rivers are flowing. Okay, so water is available in the rivers during only 3 to 4 months in the monsoon seasons, rainy season. Then second side of type of run of river plants with pondage. So in this case, what we are going to do? We are going to store the water. Okay, run of river without pondage, we are not, in which we are not going to store the water. In second case, we are going to store the water. Okay, without pondage have the some limitation. To overcome this drawback, in this type of hydroelectric power plant, the available water from the river or lake is stored into the plant. So this is the basic difference between this one. Okay, in which we are not going to store the water, in which we are going to store the water into the pond. We are going to create a pond that may be natural or that may be artificial, in which we are going to store the water over here. Due to storage of water in the pond, okay, so when I am going to store the water into the plant, it is useful to run the plant during off-peak and peak periods. Okay, as I am going to store the water is stored into the plant ponds, so I can run my plant as and when required during off-peak hours also or peak period also. The capacity of such type of hydroelectric power plant depends on the size of plant. ओके, इथं कॅपॅसिटी कशाच्यावर डिपेंड आहे तुमची? इन दिस केस द कॅपॅसिटी ऑफ द पॉन्ड सॉरी capacity of the energy generation depend on the size of pond, how much amount of or how much quantity of the water you are going to store into the pond. Okay, so that will decide the size or capacity of energy generation. In the previous case, your capacity of energy generation is totally depend on the flow of water, but in this case my capacity depends on the quantity of the water which is available in the pond. Then third type of pond, which is very common in our scenario, is the reservoir plants. This type of hydroelectric plant is totally different from the above mentioned two. In this type of hydroelectric power plant, reservoir is provided. Okay, so basically reservoir is your dam over here. The reservoir is useful to store the ample quantity of water. What is the purpose of the reservoir? It will store the ample quantity of the water during rainy season, during monsoon. It is going to store the water. Okay, and the capacity may be in TMC. Okay, few hundred TMC, few tens of TMC to the hundreds of TMC. The capacity will vary, and this is useful throughout the year. So as I am going to store the water, so that water can be used as and when required. The examples are Bhandardara is there, Vaitarna is there, Jaikwad is there, Koina is there. So these are the reservoir plants. Okay, and near Bhandardara there is one more plant that comes under your peak load plants. Okay, means pump storage plant over there. Such type of plants has a better capacity. Okay, this type of hydroelectric plants may be used base load plant. Okay, as they have the better capacity, means the total quantity of the water is in TMC. Okay, and if it has a plenty of water available, then they can be used as a base load plant. Majority of the hydroelectric power plants are of this type. If you are going to consider the Maharashtra scenario or Indian scenario, most of the power plants are of reservoir type, in which you are going to store the water into the reservoir by constructing a dam over there. Okay, so when you are going to construct the dam, that will create the reservoir which will store the few tens to the hundreds of TMC of water over there, and as and when required I will just allow the water to pass through the penstock. When the water will pass through the penstock, it will convert the potential energy of water into the kinetic energy. That kinetic energy, when comes in contact with the turbine, at that time the turbine will blades get rotated, and that will convert the kinetic energy into the mechanical energy. As the turbine rotate, the turbine also rotated the shaft of your alternator, which will converts my mechanical energy into electrical energy. So this is the energy conversion occur in any sort of your hydroelectric power plant that yesterday we are discussing in detail. Okay, so now if I want to classify the hydroelectric power plant based on the head, now if I am going to classify the hydroelectric power plant based on the head, then I have to measure the head in terms of the meter. Okay, low head power plants below 30 meters. Okay, if the low head power plants are below 30 meters, Then medium head power plants is between 30 meters to 300 meters, and in case of high head plant they are above 300 meters. So this, if you want to classify the plants, then you can classify based on the head. So low head means up to 30 meters, medium head means 30 to 300 meters, and high head means 300 meters and above. Okay, so in low head, what is going to be happen over here? The low head plants have the water head below 30 meters. Low head plant मध्ये जे water head आहे, water head means what? The distance between your ground level to the top level of the water, that is below 30 meters. Okay, so a low head power plant store water by constructing the dam across the river or lake. Now, in case of the low head power plant, what you are going to do? We are going to construct the dam across river or a lake. Okay, when my river is flowing, basically in the non-hilly area, we are going to just use such type of power plants over there. So if there is a large lake over there, then I am going to construct the dam over there by constructing a wall. The powerhouse is installed near the base of the dam or downstream, and we are going to install the powerhouse. Okay, what is the location of the powerhouse? The location of powerhouse is the base of the dam. At the bottom of the dam you are going to construct the powerhouse over there, or you can just go for underground purpose also in the downstream side. The barrage with the regulating gates are provided to flow excess water in river or lake. Okay, so we are going to provide the gates also. If excess of water is there, then you are going to open or close the gates and just allow or disallow the flow of water through the lakes. The low head electric power plants uses, this is most important, this low head uses Kaplan turbine. Okay, so in the low head power plants we are going to use the Kaplan turbine over there. Then next is your medium head plants. So in case of the medium head plants, if the available water head is in between 30 meters to 100 meters, okay, the plant is called as the medium head plant. So depending on, so in some books they have given 300 to 30 meters to 300 meters. In some books they have given 30 meters to 100 meters. Okay, so if the available water is in between 30 meters to 100 meters, the plant is called as the medium head plant. The water is laced to the turbine from the forebay by penstroke. So in this case, what you are going to use? We are going to use the penstroke to carry the water from the reservoir to the turbine. Okay, so for carrying the water from this reservoir to the turbine, I am going to use the forebay, or I am going to use the penstroke. From the water is led to the turbine from forebay by the penstroke. Okay, so forebay is over here, reservoir over there, which may be steel pipe, and this penstroke may be steel pipe or it may be made up of the concrete. Forebay also store rejected water as the load on the turbine decreases. Yesterday as we have discussed that the load on my system does not remains constant. The load may sometimes increases or the load may sometimes decreases. So if the load will decreases, then what happen? I need to just lower my generation. Okay, and if I want to lower the generation, I want to reduce the speed of the turbine. If I want to reduce the speed of the turbine, I need to just close the wall to certain extent. So when I am going to close the wall into the certain extent, basically that will creates the water hammer over here. Okay, or it will create the, because of this water hammer and cavity effects, to avoid the water hammer and cavity effects, I need to use the surge tank, or I need to use the forebay over here. And basically for this power plants we are going to use the Francis turbine. Okay, for medium head power plants we are going to use the Francis turbine. Now, or it may be defined in the manner that if the available water is between 30 meter to 100 meter, the plant is called as medium head plant. Water is led to the turbine from the forebay by the penstroke, which may be steel pipe. Forebay also stores the rejected water as the load on the turbine decreases. Francis turbines are normally used over there. Okay, then third type of power plants is called as the high head power plant. If the available head of the water is more than 100 meter or 300 meter, okay, based on the which bigs you are going to refer. So if the available head is more than 100 meters or 300 meters, the plant is called as the high head plant. The civil work includes, if the plant is high head, in case of medium head plant we are going to use forebay. In case of high head plants we are going to use surge tank. Okay, both serves the same purpose. Okay, but the purpose served by the surge tank is exactly equal to the purpose served by the forebay over there. The civil work includes the surge tank, the function of which is made to sudden changes in the requirement of the water caused by the fluctuation in the system load. As we already discussed, my system load is continuously fluctuating. Okay, so if my system load is fluctuating, if the load on the system will decreases, what is going to be happen? The water required for generating the electricity will be reduces. So that water, when I'm going to close the wall, the water is going to be stored into the surge tank, and if the load on the system go on increasing, so at that time the water required for rotating the speed, rotating my turbine blades will be more. So at that time it requires excess water, so that excess water is also given by the surge tank. So it is surge tank, it is not source tanks, it is the surge tank over here. So this surge tank will store the water when the load will decreases, and it will supply the water when the load will increases. So it is just like a capacitor. ओके, आपल्या इलेक्ट्रिकल टर्ममध्ये कॅपॅसिटर काय करतो? व्होल्टेज जर कमी असेल तर व्होल्टेज सप्लाय करतो, आणि जास्त असेल तर स्टोअर करतो. इन द सेम मॅनर द सर्ज टँक विल स्टोअर द वॉटर वेन लोड डिक्रीजेस, अँड इट विल सप्लाय द वॉटर वेन द लोड increases. Is it clear? Okay, so what is going to do? The surge tank functions of which is to meet. What is the function of surge tank? The surge tank function is to meet the sudden change in the requirement of the water. And why these sudden changes in the load will occur? This will occur because of the fluctuation. ओके, वॉटर रिक्वायरमेंटमध्ये सडन चेंजेस का होतात? कारण माझं लोड चेंज झालं आहे. लोड चेंज झाल्यामुळे माझं वॉटर रिक्वायरमेंट चेंज झालेली आहे. ओके, लोड जर कमी झालं तर टर्बाईनचा स्पीड कमी करावं लागेल, आणि टर्बाईनचा स्पीड कमी करण्याकरता तुम्हाला पाणी कमी सोडावं लागेल, मीन्स वॉल क्लोज करावं लागेल. ओके, आणि वॉल क्लोज केला तर सर्ज टँकमध्ये वॉटर स्टोअर केलं जाईल. आणि लोड जर वाढला तर टर्बाईनचा स्पीड इन्क्रीज करायचा आहे. टर्बाईनचा स्पीड इन्क्रीज करण्याकरता तुम्हाला पाण्याचा सप्लाय इन्क्रीज करावं लागेल, मीन्स वॉल ओपन करावं लागेल, आणि वॉल ओपन केला तर सर्ज टँकमधलं पाणी यूज केलं जाईल. सो माय सर्ज टँक विल ॲक्ट एज द स्टोरेज. इट विल सप्लाय द वॉटर वेन लोड इन्क्रीजेस, अँड इट विल स्टोअर द वॉटर वेन लोड डिक्रीजेस. If the available head is more than 300, the plant is called as high end plant. The civil work that we all just discussed over here. Okay, so now if I want to classify the plants according to the nature of the load, then my plants may be classified as base load plant, peak load plant, and the pump storage plant. So what is going to be happen in the base load plant? So if I am going to discuss, first I need to understand what is meant by the base load and what is meant by the peak load. So this is my load curve. ओके, ही एक लोड कर्व आहे. याच्यामध्ये लोड दिलेला आहे वाय ॲक्सिसला आणि टाइम दिलेला आहे एक्स ॲक्सिसवर. ओके, सो माय 24 hours आर देअर इन द डे. एका दिवसामध्ये 24 तास असतात. सो 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 and 24. सो दिस इज द टाइम इन आवर फॉर वन डे ऑन द एक्स ॲक्सिस, अँड द लोड in megawatt, okay, on y-axis. Now if you are going to observe that at any point of time minimum 20 megawatt load is there at any point of time. ओके, कुठल्याही पॉईंटला तुम्हाला कमीत कमी किती लोड दिसतोय इथं? रात्री 12 वाजता, किंवा इथं जर बघितलं तुम्ही रात्री 12 वाजता लोड किती आहे? 20 मेगावॅट. त्यानंतर दुपारी 12ला 20 मेगावॅट, त्यानंतर परत रात्री 12ला 20 मेगावॅट. सो मिनिमम लोड ऑन द कर्व इज 20 मेगावॅट. सो इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज द बेस लोड. ओके, हा कमीत कमी लोड सिस्टीमवर राहणारच आहे. ओके, त्यानंतर काय होतं आहे की सपोज रात्री थोडासा पहाटे 4 वाजता माझा लोड जवळपास झाला आहे 30 मेगावॅटपर्यंत. सकाळी 4 वाजता काही लोक उठतात, काही कंपनीज वगैरे चालू होतात, लोकल वगैरे चालू होतात, त्यामुळे लोड वाढलेलं आहे. त्यानंतर परत सकाळी 6ला लोड पीकला गेलेलं आहे. ओके, सो माय लोड इज गोइंग टू बी व्हॅरी ॲज द टाईम. दुपारी परत सर्व कमी होतं, त्यामुळे लोड कमी होतं. परत संध्याकाळी 4च्या दरम्यान लोड वाढायला लागतो. संध्याकाळी 8 वाजता लोड मॅक्झिमम असतो, परत कमी होत जातो. ओके, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज द पीक लोड. 40 मेगावॅट इज माय पीक लोड. Okay, 40 megawatt is my peak load and 20 megawatt is my base load. Now what are the base load plants? The unvarying load which occur almost whole day on the station is known as base load. Base load म्हणजे काय? जो लोड कंटिन्युअसली 24 hours पर्यंत सिस्टीमवर असतो, जो कधीच चेंज होत नाही, तो झाला माझा बेस लोड. ओके, सो या केसमध्ये काय 20 मेगावॅट दिसतोय मला ती फिगर, जी कधीच चेंज होत नाही. रात्री 12ला पण तेवढीच आहे, सकाळी दुपारी 12ला पण आहे, परत रात्री 12ला ती कमीत कमी तेवढा लोड असतो सिस्टीमला, तो माझा बेस लोड. Okay, the unvarying load which occur almost the whole day on the station is known as base load. Refer to the load curve as shown in figure. It is clear that 20 megawatt load is supplied by the station all the times of day and night, that is throughout the 24 hours. याच्यावरनं काय दिसतं आपल्याला की कमीत कमी 20 मेगावॅट जो लोड आहे तो दिवस रात्र कधीही जरी असलं तरी सिस्टीमवर आहेच. सो इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज माय बेस लोड. देअरफॉर 20 मेगावॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज द बेस लोड ऑफ द स्टेशन. त्यामुळे 20 मेगावॅटला काय म्हणणार आहे आपण, 20 megawatt is the base load of the station. The base load on the station is almost constant in nature. Now, the base load on the station is almost constant in nature. The base load plant have largest capacity and load factor. So if you are going to consider, my base load plant has the largest capacity and they have the highest load factor. Okay, so basically the load factor of the base load plant is very high and the capacity is also more over there. डॉक्युमेंट स्कॅन करून हे करून आणि त्याच्यानंतर भेटा मला पीक लोड प्लांट. So second type of plant is what? Peak load plant. The various peak demand of the load over. Now basically what happens, if you are going to see, sometimes means at 4 o'clock or at 8 o'clock or in the evening at 4 o'clock, at 8 o'clock in the evening, the load is more. Okay, so the various peak demands of the load over and above the base loads on the station is known as peak load. ओके, इथं आपल्याला दिसतंय की बेस लोडच्या वर माझा लोड व्हॅरी होत आहे ओव्हर द पिरियड ऑफ टाइम. सो दॅट बेस लोडच्या वर जो काही लोड दिसतो त्याला काय म्हणतात, पीक लोड. अँड मॅक्झिमम पीक लोड इज युअर 40 मेगावॅट ओव्हर इयर. सो द व्हेरियस पीक डिमांड्स ऑफ द लोड ओव्हर अँड अबाव द बेस लोड्स आर नोन ॲज पीक लोड. Refer on the load curve as shown in the above figure. It is clear that the peak demand on the load, excluding peak load, these peak demands of the station generally form a small part of the total load and may occur through a day. Okay, so this peak load is not constant for the 24 hours or for long period of time. This is going to be changed over the period of time. So if you are going to observe that this is only a small portion of the load and that is going to be occur only for few hours or few time throughout the day. Runoff river plant with the pondage can be used as a peak load. So for that purpose what you are going to do, for this purpose I am going to use the runoff river plant with the pondage. ओके, जिथं आपण एखादं स्टोअर केलेलं आहे वॉटर रिव्हर वगैरे, सॉरी ऑन द रिव्हर, दॅट यू कॅन बी यूज टू डिलिव्हर द पीक लोड फ्रॉम ओव्हर देअर. अँड देन नेक्स्ट वन इज युअर pump storage power plant. So basically what is going to be happen in the pump storage power plant, in the pump storage power plant we are going to just, there are two reservoir, one is upper reservoir and second one is the lower reservoir. Okay, this is the pump storage power plant. Okay, so basically in the pump storage power plant, if you are going to observe, there are two reservoir, one is upper reservoir and second one is the lower reservoir. In upper reservoir the water is stored. So if I want to energy during the peak hour, so at that time the water will flow from upper reservoir through penstroke to the powerhouse. It will rotate the turbine will rotate the alternator, and then electricity is generated and electricity is given to the load, and whatever the power water is there out, that water is going to be stored into the pond in the lower reservoir. Okay, so in the pump storage hydroelectric power plant we are going to generate the electricity during peak hours. Okay, during peak hours we are going to generate the electricity. peak hours असतील त्यावेळेस आपण काय करतो, अप्पर रिझर्वायर मधनं वॉटर रिलीज करतो थ्रू पेनस्ट्रोक, that is going to be stored into the, sorry, that water comes in contact with the turbine will rotate, electricity is generated, and the release water is going to be stored into the lower reservoir. During off peak hour, okay, during midnight or during afternoon, when my load on the system will decreases, I have excess energy. So during that period this generator act as a motor. It will take the energy from the grid and rotate the turbine. Now the turbine will act as a pump and it will force the water from lower reservoir to the upper reservoir. Okay, so during off peak hour my generator turbine act as the motor pump. ओके, ऑफ पीक आवर काय होणार आहे, जनरेटर जे आहे ते मोटर म्हणून वर्क करणार आहे. जनरेटर विल कन्वर्ट्स मेकॅनिकल एनर्जी इंटू इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी अँड मोटर विल कन्वर्ट्स इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी इंटू मेकॅनिकल एनर्जी. आणि मोटरला काय कनेक्ट केलेलं आहे आपण, टर्बाईन. ओके, सो तर टर्बाईन काय होणार आहे, पंप म्हणून, आणि इट विल force the water from lower reservoir to the upper reservoir. So this is going to be happen in case of pump storage hydroelectric power plant. Means during peak hour it will generate the electricity, and during off peak hour it will use the electricity for pumping the water from lower reservoir to the higher reservoir, upper reservoir. Is it clear? पंप स्टोरेजचे लक्षात आलंय का तुम्हाला रितेश?
हो सर.
ओके. पंप स्टोरेजमध्ये काय होतं, पीक अवर जेव्हा असतील तेव्हा अप्पर रिझर्वायरमधनं लोअर रिझर्वायरमध्ये पाणी येतं. ॲट दॅट टाइम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज जनरेटेड, अँड ड्युरिंग ऑफ पीक अवर what it will forces the water from lower reservoir to the upper reservoir. My generator act as a motor and turbine act as a pump in that case. Okay, so here
Sorry, dam.
Yes,
डॅम सर आहे पण डॅम इथं पण खाली
हो
बॉटम
दोन्ही डॅम लागेल, कारण मला खालचं पाणी जर मी डायरेक्ट रिव्हरमध्ये रिलीज केलं तर मला ऑफ पीक अवरमध्ये पाणी कसं घेता येईल. सो बेसिकली व्हॉट हॅपन, हे जे आहेत ना हे कमी पाणी जिथं पाण्याची कमतरता आहे त्या केसमध्येच आपण पंप स्टोरेज यूज करतो. ओके, वेन आय हॅव द डिफिशियन्सी ऑफ वॉटर, कारण जिथं पाणी अवेलेबल आहे ॲट दॅट टाइम आय एम नॉट गोइंग टू यूज द पंप स्टोरेज. बट वेन आय हॅव द स्कॅरेसिटी ऑफ द वॉटर, आय हॅव द डिफिशियन्सी ऑफ वॉटर, व्हॉट आय एम गोइंग टू डू, आपण परत तेच पाणी यूज करते, अप्पर टू लोअर अँड लोअर टू अप्पर. तुम्ही खालचं वरचं पाणी जे आहे वरच्या टँकमधनं खाली आणताना इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट करणार. आणि काय असतं, we already discussed in the beginning that electricity cannot be stored in the large quantity. Okay, आता इलेक्ट्रिसिटी स्टोअर करायला जर गेलो मी तर मला खूप जास्त कॉस्ट लागतं. जस्ट वी हॅव डिस्कस द एक्झाम्पल ऑफ बॅटरी. तुमच्या घरी इन्व्हर्टर असेल, इन्व्हर्टरच्या बॅटरीची कॉस्ट आहे जवळपास 15,000 ते 16,000 रुपये. आणि किती एनर्जी स्टोअर करतं, जास्तीत जास्त 3 ते 4 तास एनर्जी दिल्या जाईल एवढी एनर्जी स्टोअर होतं त्यामध्ये. ओके, मग त्या केसमध्ये जर मला एनर्जी स्टोअर करायला खूप कॉस्टली जातं तर इथं आपण एनर्जी स्टोअर करत आहे बट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वॉटर, पोटेन्शियल एनर्जी. ओके, इथं काय करतो, जेव्हा मला इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट करायची असेल तेव्हा मी अप्पर रिझर्वायरमधनं लोअर रिझर्वायरकडे पाणी रिलीज करतो. सो ड्युरिंग दॅट in between the turbine is there, so turbine will rotate and it will generate the electricity. Okay, electricity generate झाली, लोड झालं. आता ऑफ पीक अवर आहे. ऑफ पीक अवर म्हणजे रात्रीचा असेल टाइम किंवा दिवसाचा टाइम असेल. ओके, 12 नंतरचा किंवा रात्री 12 नंतर तर सकाळी 5-6 वाजेपर्यंतचा टाइम. त्यामध्ये एनर्जी जनरेट तर होत आहे, बेस लोड प्लांट तर एनर्जी जनरेट करते, बट कन्झ्युमर्स आर नॉट देअर, दोज आर हू आर गोइंग टू कन्झ्युम द एनर्जी. सो वॉट आय एम गोइंग टू रोटेट दिस माय जनरेटर ॲज अ मोटर. ओके, मग मी ग्रीड कडनं एनर्जी घेणार आहे यावेळेस, अँड माय जनरेटर विल ॲक्ट ॲज अ मोटर. द मोटर विल कन्वर्ट इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी इंटू मेकॅनिकल एनर्जी, मीन्स रोटेशन. आणि ते कशाला कपाल आहे, तुमच्या टर्बाईनला. मग टर्बाईन ॲक्ट होतं पंप, आणि पंप काय करेल, मग हे खालचं पाणी आहे ना वरच्या टँकमध्ये घेऊन जाईल. तर तुम्हाला 2 डॅम लागणार, एक वरच्या साईडला डॅम लागेल आणि एक खालच्या साईडला डॅम लागेल. Okay, so during off-peak hour, we are going to force the water from lower reservoir to the upper reservoir, and during peak hour, it will release the water from upper reservoir. So we are going to use this water only. Okay, the same water can be used again and again and again, as long as the water is over there. The water is going to be just reduces because of the evaporation. Evaporation मध्ये पाण्याची क्वांटिटी कमी होणार आहे, but that loss is somewhat less. Okay, so same water can be used for again and again for generating the electricity on daily basis. Such type of power plant is there at Ghatghar. ओके, भंडारदऱ्याच्या वर घाटघर आहे ना, तिथं तसा एक प्लॅन्ट आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला पाण्याची लेवल सकाळी जर गेले तर वेगळी असेल आणि संध्याकाळच्या वेळेस ती लेवल चेंज होताना दिसतं. दॅट इज द पंप स्टोरेज पॉवर प्लॅन्ट. इफ यू आर गोइंग टू विजिट द भंडारदरा ॲट दॅट टाइम, जस्ट विजिट घाटघर ऑल्सो. This schematic arrangement of pump storage power plant is shown in the figure. This type of power plant is useful where the availability of the water for power generation is insufficient. आणि यूज कुठे करणार आहे, जिथे आपल्याला वॉटर अवेलेबल नाही आहे, प्लेंटी ऑफ क्वांटिटीमध्ये ॲम्पल वॉटर इज नॉट अवेलेबल, ॲट दॅट टाइम आय एम गोइंग टू यूज द पंप स्टोरेज पॉवर प्लांट. जनरली देर आर 2 पॉन्ड्स. त्यामध्ये काय असतात, 2 पॉन्ड्स आहेत किंवा 2 डॅम आहेत. ओके, one is in the head race level and other in the tail race level. ओके, तर तुम्हाला 2 डॅम जे आहेत त्यांचे लेवल्स काय आहेत. वन जे आहे ते हेड रेस लेवलला आहे, हाईटला आहे, आणि दुसरं जे आहे ते डेप्थला आहे. द स्टोअर वॉटर फ्रॉम द हेडलेस पॉन्ड इज युजफुल फॉर एनर्जी जनरेशन. whatever the water we are going to store from the head race pond is useful for electric generation. Okay, electrical power generation. when the water flows towards the turbine, it start rotating, and when the water will flow towards the turbine, it will start rotating. Okay, and the water discharge from turbine is stored into the tail response during off-peak hours. So this is important over here. So during off-peak hours, the store water from the tail race point is pumped to head race pond again with the help of motor. And which motor we may use, or we can use the same generator as a motor over there. We already studied in your machines that motor can be used as a generator, as well as generator can be used a motor with small changes. With minor changes, I can use motor as a generator as well as generator as a motor. This cycle is continuously repeated. That's why it is known as pump storage hydroelectric power plant, and we are going to repeat it on daily basis. Okay, so that's why it is called as the pump storage power plant over there. Now, so then we are going to discuss the types of turbine over there. We are going to discuss certain difference between the base load plant, and these are the commonly asked question in exams, as well as so in exam this question is very common for 4 marks. Compare base load plant and the peak load plant. So basically, what is the definition of base load plant? The base load plant supplies the load for 24 hours. Okay, so if you are going to categorize first on this point, so it will supply the load for 24 hours, and the peak load plant will supply only for few hours. Then as per definition, the power plant which supplies base load of the load curve is known as base load plant, and peak load plant, the power plant which supplies the peak load of the load curve, is known as peak load plant. So basically, the generating capacity of base load plant is very high and the peak load plant is low. Firm capacity is also high for base load plant, and for peak load plant it is low. Cost of generation, generally the low cost of generation per units are selected as the base load plant. So if I am going to use the base load plant, then the cost of generation per unit is less, and for peak load plant the generation cost of energy generation per unit is quite high over there. Starting time 2 minutes. Okay, yeah. Starting time, both quick. So base load plant is starting time is very less. Okay, I mean in both cases, the both quick and more starting time power plants can be selected as a base load plant. But for the peak load plant, your starting time is very important things, because the peak load occurs only for few hours per day. Okay, so your starting time should be very low over there. The plant should quickly start. Then load factor for the base load plant should be very high, and if you are going to compare, the peak load plant will be low. Utilization factor is more, and don't interrupt. Utilization factor will be more for the base load plant, and for the peak load plant utilization factor is less. Utilization factor means what? Utilization factor related to that, for how much time you are going to utilize your machinery, or you are going to use your system. So as I am going to use my system for the base load plant 24/7, that's why its utilization factor will be more as compared to this one. I am going to use the peak load plant only 3 to 4 or 5 hours per day. So out of 24 hours I am going to use only for 4 to 5 hours. So if I am going to calculate the utilization, means on time divided by the total time, so my utilization factor is quite less in case of the peak load plant. Examples, if you are going to use the large base load plants, may be your hydropower plants, they may be thermal power plants, they may be nuclear power plant, and peak load plants may be your small capacity hydropower plant, diesel power plant, gas power plant. This can be used only for small period of time. We are not going to continuously use those power plant over the long period of time. Okay, so now we'll stop over here today, and tomorrow we will discuss about the remaining topic. Please go through that PDF I have already